What to do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsportspodcast, sponsored by Highlight Commodity. What's going on, man? Y'all know what the P doing, man. NFL, week 14. Time to make the picks. Y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy Moore Drive, man. Before I get into the week 14 picks, I said I'll try to recap a little bit of the Thursday night game that I virtually got wrong. Saying I picked the Raiders to win that game. The Raiders went out bad. I had a feeling they're going to be on. I said they're going to be under 44 and a half. It was a low-scoring game. But I didn't expect the Las Vegas Raiders to let Baker Mayfield come in on a Tuesday and start a Thursday and then go 90 yards to beat them. That told me a whole lot about the Raiders right there. The Raiders booty hell. They're not making the playoffs. They can counsel criminal. Straight up and down. Losing to the LA Rams with Baker Mayfield as your starting quarterback who ain't been there since Tuesday. Got there Tuesday and played Thursday, and he beat you. That man didn't even know the playbook. They tell me a whole lot about the Raiders, man. The Raiders booty hell. No, for real. The Raiders are booty hell. Sorry. Fuck, man. Them folk make me sick. I ain't lying. Folk make me ain't high expectations for the Raiders this year. I ain't. For real, I did. I thought they were going to come like second in the division. Them folk near the last. Sorry, here. So I believe the Raiders are booty hells. They can counsel got them talking about making the playoff. They game Thursday night against the Rams that they let get away. Did I say they let get away because they led the whole game? Just cost them. They eliminated from the playoff. I don't give a they had it went out to make the playoff. They just lost to the Rams. They ain't finna beat nobody else. They're worth anything. So I said the Raiders booty hell. No playoff for y'all, Raider Nation. Believe that. But let's get in with the topic here for this week, man. Y'all know what's going on. Week 14 in the NFL. It's time to make the picks. Picks, straight up picks, spreads, over and under. They try to do all that with all the games. They jump it out. And the first game is the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. It's a good-ass game. A damn good game. I think 5 weeks ago, I want to say about 5 weeks ago, the Jets beat Buffalo. They could beat them 20-17. I believe the score was 20-17. That was a big game for the Jets. I don't think they're the same Buffalo team. Buffalo had a lot of injuries in that game. Josh Allen fucking with his elbow, something wrong with his elbow. I think the running back was hurt. I think a couple defensive players were hurt. This should be a whole different game. The reason why I say that because a couple players coming back. Von Miller ain't playing. He out for the year. They're gonna hurt them. But I don't think they hurt him for this game. Devin White, I believe the top-notch corner he playing for the Buffalo Bills. They need him. So straight up, I think the Jets just lost. The Jets just lost last week. They just lost a crucial game, I think, to Minnesota. Jets just lost a crucial game in Minnesota. Buffalo just pulled one out. Buffalo just got a win, pulled one out. Straight up, I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Buffalo just beat New England. They get their first win in the division. I think they 1-3 in the division because they had lost to Miami. They lost to the Jets. I think they were 0-2 in the division. I think they were 0-2 in the division. Now they 1-2, I believe. Yeah, they 1-2, I believe, because they lost to Miami. They lost to the Jets. They need their win last week against New England. They got the first win in the division. Come back this week against another division rival. I think Buffalo gonna win this game. I got Buffalo to win this game. They need this game to stay atop of the NFC, the AFC, where they at the number 1 seed, to get even in the division. Because I think they play New England one more time and they play Miami one more time. You want to be even in the division, at least 3-3 or 4-2. You want to be at least that. Like I said, I got Buffalo to win this game straight up. No questions asked. I don't think Devin White will be able to handle it. I think he'll have another he'll have back-to-back losses again. Like he just lost to Minnesota. I believe he played a good game against Minnesota. I think he threw the ball like 50-some times against Minnesota. The Jets not gonna win like that with Devin White, the backup. They start quarterback. He wore the backup. Now he started throwing 50-60 times. They won't win like that. So I got Buffalo to beat them straight up. The question is, though, can Buffalo get the New York Jets 9.5 points and beat them? The win seemed to me, if you're going to give them 9.5 points and they got over under 43.5, you ain't expecting the Jets to come to the party at all. At all, you ain't expecting the Jets to come to the party. I expect the Jets to come to the party. I don't expect them to win, but I expect them to come to the party, like show up, not lay down. I see this have a better game with Devin White playing than I think that boy Zach Wilson played the first game that they beat them. I think the first game Zach Wilson played when they beat Buffalo. I expect the Buffalo to play a little bit better against the Jets this time, but I don't think they're gonna beat them by 9.5 points. I think that's too many points. So I say the Buffalo Bills don't cover 9.5. The offense will come to the party and show up. The defense will come to the party and show up for the Jets. So I say 9.5, too many points. The Bills won't cover that 9.5, period. The 43.5, I'm gonna say under when it comes to that. I won't be surprised if the same score like it was last time, 20-17. But the Jets won that game. I won't be surprised if it be that way this time. But the Bills win, because I see the Bill defense gonna come to the party. They gonna shut down, or they gonna slow down Devin White. I don't think it'll be Lil Poe. Score could be 21-20, something like that. I still think it'll be under 43 though, because I think the Jet defense gonna come to the party. They gonna come with a purpose. They gonna come and wanna stay alive. They always trying to hold that 7th spot. I'm saying, so this is a big week for them. If they do this game like I expect them to do, and New England win, or the Chargers win, they right behind the Jets. They one game behind the Jets, or they may be tied with the 7th spot. So I expect the Jets to come to this party and really put up a fight. I don't think they'll win the game, but I think 9 points or 9.5 points, too many points. The Bills again the Jets. So I say the Bills don't cover. Appreciate them 9.5 that you're getting the Jets. You should take the Jets in the 9.5. 43.5, I say under. Next up the back, another division game. Cleveland Browns, AFC North. The Cleveland Browns are getting the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Cleveland that beat Cincinnati got them 3 games in a row, 3-4 games in straight or whatever. I don't think Joe Burrows have not beat Cleveland, so he been in the league. Joe Burrows have not beat Cleveland, so he's been in the league. I think Cincinnati on the road right now. Cleveland got Deshaun Watson back. I don't think he's ready to play football. The way he just looked last week against Houston, Texas, even though that was probably a big game for him, emotional game for him, he did not score. The Cleveland Browns did not score on offense. It's going to be probably a couple weeks for Deshaun Watson to get the field of playing football again, because he ain't played football in about 2 years. Oh, shit. Ain't played football in about 2 years. Oh. He played football in about 2 years. About 2 years. Maybe over 2 years. So I think he out of sync. He a lot out of sync. I expect the same thing this week against Cincinnati they did against Houston, Texas. So I'll take Cincinnati straight up. I say Joe Burrow get his first win. Get his first win against the Cleveland Browns in his career. The question is, can Cincinnati get Cleveland 6.5 points and win this game? Cincinnati on the road right now. Defense playing good for Cleveland. Cleveland trying to come out and run the football. I'm going to say Cleveland cover them 6.5. Because I don't think Deshaun Watson can come to the party. That's the reason why I believe Cleveland can cover the 6.5. That's the reason why I picked Cleveland to win their game. Cincinnati to win the game. Because I don't think Deshaun Watson, he ain't ready yet. Deshaun Watson ain't ready yet. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. This shit versus new to him. We got to get new to. He got to fit his players. He got to get all that going on. So I feel like Cleveland, Cincinnati, they in sync. Cleveland not in sync because they just put in their new quarterback. Say Cincinnati cover the 6.5 that they getting away. Cincinnati cover 47.5 over and under. I say under. Both of the teams got to score 20 points to get over on 47.5. I don't see Deshaun Watson got them putting up enough points to do that. I don't see their offense. Like I said last week, they scored in every phase of the game. Punt return, special teams scored, defense scored. Offense, they put up 9 points. I think special teams scored, punt return, defense scored on an interception and a fumble recovery, something like that. They scored in every phase except offense. I don't see that going on against Cincinnati. So I say under 47.5 because I don't think Cleveland will be able to come to the party. Deshaun Watson will be able to put up enough points. And I say Cincinnati cover the 6.5 that they're giving Cleveland Brown. Next up, Cowboy Nation win the building. Y'all know what the P doing. Houston, Texas at the Dallas Cowboys. I got Dallas to win the game straight up. No cut on it. The question is, is Dallas good enough against the Houston Texas 16.5 points and beat them? Last week, the Cowboys beat the Colts 54-19. So they gave them 10 points, whatever, and covered that. I ain't trying to be funny, man, but I don't think the Cowboys going to cover them 16.5. And I'm a Cowboy fan at heart. The reason why I say that, because first of all, we got Calvin Joseph starting at the cornerback. He's going to be starting on the opposite side of Trayvon Diggs. If that front four or my front seven don't get it, Houston quarterback, boy, them folk going to eat out there. They going to eat. Who said they going to eat? Who said Calvin Joseph ain't showed me nothing. He got to show me something. Big man fat, big boss man fat, that's what they call him on Instagram. You got to show me something, Pimp Joe. I need you to come to the party. Because you know that I know they finna pick on you. They're not finna try to trade on they finna pick on you. And you ain't really showing me you can come to the party. That our Ricky Blair, I think that's his name, number 26. He looked way better than Calvin Joseph. Way better. This is our Ricky. I forgot what school he come from, but we drafted him this season. Shout out, I already got them 2 picks out the rip. Shout out damn good. I like him in the slot. Calvin Joseph, you got to show me something on what the fuck you got going on out there. I still got high hopes for you, so that I still like you. I was down with you when we drafted you last year. But you got to show me something. With that being said, I don't think the Cowboys cover the 16.5. I don't think the defense gonna get all them, score all them points and shit they scored against the Colts. I think my Cowboys can put up 28, 30 points. We put up 20 to 30 points. But I can see Houston scoring at least 10 to 14. If they put up 10 points, we put up 28. What, 10, 28, 16. That's covered. My bad, they cover. I'm looking at the over and under. I done forgot all about the points. I'm talking about the point. They're over and under. But I can see them putting up at least 14 points. I said 40, we put up 20, they put up 14. Shit. They still win. I can see the Cowboys coming out of the gas. Like we can get up on 24-3 or 20-3, 24-3s and shit like that. We let out the gas and they got them score at least 15 points, 17 points. They let out the gas. So I say the 16.5 too high. The Cowboys don't cover that. Don't cover that. I say the Cowboys can't cover that. 45.5. I say under. The reason why I say under because I don't believe that Houston Texans gonna be able to come to the party. They don't even be able to score enough points to come to the party. I understand the Cowboys. They said the Cowboys scored like 30-some points, 33 points a game. Said that Prescott be back. I don't see nothing about 28 against Houston. Maybe 30. Maybe. And if they give up 30, if they score 30, Houston downstream ain't finna score them by the time of 10 points. And I give them 14 to the most. I give Houston 14 to the most again, just like I did last week against Cleveland. I don't see number 14 points. And I can see the Houston Texans score on the Cowboys to the most. Maybe 17, maybe. But I say the Cowboys, once again, close it when I so the Cowboys don't cover them 16 and a half, 45 and a half. 45 and a half, I'm gonna say up the score. I'm gonna say that. I say up the score. I see it on there first, but I say up the score. The reason why I say that because I know we'll let out the gas. We'll score 30, let out the gas, and they'll goddamn score at least goddamn 17 points and shit like that. They'll score at least 17 points. 14 to 17 points. So I say up the score, but the Cowboys don't cover them 16 and a half. Next game at the back of the division game again. Big game too. Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions. The first game, did they second time meeting up this year? Minnesota won the first game. I think they played them in Minnesota. I think Minnesota came back for 14. They came back for 14 on Detroit and won that game. Both of these teams' defense are really shaky. If Minnesota win this game, they clinch the division on playoff berth, I believe. I believe they clinch the division. They clinch the division, so they clinch the division. They'll be one of the top 4 teams in the playoff. Straight up, I like Minnesota to win this game. I want to go Detroit bad, but I think Minnesota gonna come in. I think Minnesota defense just a little bit better than goddamn Detroit defense. Even though Detroit offense can goddamn go toe to toe with them folks, I believe their defense Minnesota defense just a little bit better, so they'll get them over the hump. So I take Minnesota straight up in the game. Big game, Minnesota. Minnesota trying to clear the playoff, clinch the division. Detroit trying to make the playoff too. Detroit can win their game right here. They still got a shot at the playoff. Detroit is favored to win the game. Yeah, I just said that right. I think what Detroit is 5-7 or some shit like that. Favored to beat a 10-2 team. They're winning their division. Now after I tell you they going out the first game of the year, how they was up by 14 and Minnesota came back and won. I think they back it on that again. But me myself, I take the 2.5 point of Detroit again, Minnesota. I'll take the 2.5. I like Minnesota straight up to win the game. So I'll take the 2.5. I say appreciate you on the 2.5. 52.5 up the scope. Or that too much. Over and under. Like I said, both teams ain't got no defense going on. I think it was a high scoring game last time. So I'll say up the score again. Up the score to 52.5. Now, last game, they probably was 50. I don't know exactly, but they probably was 50 with the over on the last game. That's why they added like 2.5 to it. I believe, I don't know. But I'm expecting to be up the score, high scoring game. Now, one of these teams ain't really got no good defense. But I think Minnesota defense is a little bit better. So I got Minnesota to pull this out. Appreciate you for the 2.5. Up the score on the 52.5. It's going to be a good-ass game, though. Nah, for real. Next up, another division game. NFC East. Philadelphia Eagles. Going to the New York Giants. I think they're going to sweep. I think they try to sweep them, I believe. Maybe their second time playing, I believe. I don't know if I'm wrong. My bad. Straight up, I like the Philadelphia Eagles to win their game. The Giants didn't want to get away last week. I think the Giants, with that tie last week to the Washington Commanders, I believe they're going to call them to make the playoff. I think next week they play the Washington Commanders. You don't win that game, the Washington go in front of you, and you won't make the playoff. So I think that game cost them. With them losing this game, with me picking them losing the game to Philadelphia. So I say Philadelphia beat the Giants in New York. But the main question is, can the Philadelphia Eagles get a Giants 6.5 point and beat them? That's pretty hard to me. The reason why I say it's hard, because they're in New York. Giants gonna come play football, the division game. Giants trying to stay alive. Is Philadelphia that much better than the Giants to get them 6.5 points? The question is ready to be asked. I'm gonna say yeah. When I think about it, I'm gonna say yeah. The reason why I'm gonna say yeah, because I just thought about it. The Giants ain't got no kind of outside wide receiver help. They can't throw the ball outside the numbers. They ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. Philadelphia got two good ass cornerbacks. They're pretty good. So they can lock down that side. They can lock down the outside. Philadelphia can put a couple folks in that box to make Daniel Jones beat them instead of Saquon Barkley like they want. They want Saquon Barkley to try to win the game. The Giants want to depend on Saquon Barkley. I can see Philadelphia eliminating that, making Daniel Jones beat him. Daniel Jones give you what he want. Excuse me, like that boy Slay. That boy Slay who played for Philadelphia cornerback. I can see him hitting him with appreciate you. Probably take that big back to the house. Ain't no telling. But make a long story short, I said Philadelphia covered the 6.5. Yeah, they can cover the 6.5. Because I don't see the Giants ain't got no outside threat. They're gonna just depend on the run game. And Daniel Jones can give you what you want. And then how you can get up by 7 and pull off. So I say the Eagles cover the 6.5, 44.5. Both teams got to score 20. Or you telling me the Eagles finna blow these folks out? One of the two. They go over 44.5. Eagles finna blow them out. Or both of the teams finna score 20. That's how you can get over that 44.5. It's on the way. That's simple math too. But to answer the question, it really ain't better than them. But I'm gonna say scratch out everything I just said. We finna bring it back like DJ because I'm thinking about it over and over. Then how we gonna do this? I said they're gonna up the scope. I said it's gonna be 44.5. It up the scope 44.5. But I said the Eagles can't cover them 6.5. The reason why I'm changing my pick, what I just said, when I said they were gonna go 44.5, this is a division game. Just like the Redskins in Philadelphia. I mean the Redskins, the Cowboys, damn it, Washington and the Eagles. I mean Washington and the Giants last week, it was a division game. They both scored 20 points. I can see both of these teams scoring 20 points. They're against each other. But can the Eagles put up 20 and 30? I still stick on it. Over and under, up the score. Eagles can't cover them 6.5. Eagles win by something like 4, possibly 5, 6. Division game. This is a division game. I don't even know why I'm saying tripping. This is a big division game. These folks know each other. The Giants got there trying to stay alive in the playoff. They finna got that game. All they motherfucking got. The Eagles don't cover them 6.5. Appreciate the 6.5. Take the Giants with the 6.5. Eagles straight up the score on the 44.5. The game was a little difficult, so that shit had me fucked up for a minute. I ain't gonna lie, I had to sit and think about that one. I don't want you to go back like that. I had to sit and think about that one for a minute. Next up the back. The Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Straight up in that game. Lamar Jackson ain't playing. They got that boy, they got the backup going on. I forgot his name. He played a couple games last year. Baltimore was in the same predicament last year. They were 8-4. Lamar Jackson got hurt. They ain't win no more games. They have in week 6 for them. And I think they have about 8, 9 games, half of the season or whatever. And they didn't win no more games. They didn't make the playoff. They called it deja vu, how it looked. But I think the boy that played for Baltimore, the quarterback who played, the boy who quarterbacking now, he was quarterback last year, and he went through this. I think he learned something. So I'm gonna pick Baltimore to win the game. But I got Baltimore to win the game. Straight up, I got the Baltimore Ravens to go to Pittsburgh and win the game. So I got Baltimore to go win the game. I think Baltimore allowed the Pittsburgh to land 3-4 games. They say this. I don't like Kenny Pickett. He all right. He getting the groove or whatever. But I think Baltimore defense gonna come to the party and get this win that they need. So I'm gonna take Baltimore straight up. Since I'm taking Baltimore straight up, and they're the favorites too. I mean, Pittsburgh are the favorites. That means appreciate you for them 2.5 that the Pittsburgh Steelers are giving Baltimore. I appreciate that. Over and under 36.5. I say under. I don't see both of these teams scoring 20 points. I say under. So I can say they looking at a 1916 or a 2017. I'm gonna say under that. I can look at a 17-14 game, man. I can see a 17-14 game. I can see shit a 14-10 game, some shit like that. Baltimore way. So you see how Baltimore just played the devil Bronco last week. The score was 9-10. I can see something going on like that. One thing about it, this is a real hit you in the mouth game every time they play each other. Pickens better be ready to get there, come on with it. He better be ready to come on with it. Kenny, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh still there, Ricky. He better be ready to come on with it. But I like Baltimore to got there win that game. Appreciate it 2.5. Under 36.5. So I'm looking for a real low scoring game on this one. The last 4 o'clock game, Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville just lost a big game. I think to the Detroit Lions. I think Detroit Lions just beat them. Jacksonville ain't the same team when they on the road than they at home. Division game, AFC South. I think Tennessee got their division. This is their division to lose. I like Tennessee straight up to win their game. The question is, can Tennessee get Jacksonville 4.5 and beat them? If they're in Jacksonville, I'd be like, shit, I don't know. But in Tennessee, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, they can get Jacksonville 4.5. Derrick Henry gonna got there rip their ass, so he rip them up every time he play them. Derrick Henry had been a non-factor the last couple games. I don't know what's going on. They've been having him locked down. They have Derrick Henry locked down. Philadelphia locked him down. The week before that, I forgot who they played. Somebody locked him down. I'm expecting Derrick Henry to have a big game and get a Jacksonville Jaguar like he always usually do. Breakout game for him. I ain't say breakout. Yeah, I say breakout game. The last 2 games been suspect. Breakout game. They covered the 4.5. Over and under. Tennessee covered the 4.5. Over and under 41.5. I say up the scope. I can see Jacksonville putting up some points. I can see Jacksonville putting up 20. I can see Tennessee putting up 20. So I say up the scope. Up the scope, over and under 41.5. Up the scope, Tennessee covered 4.5. 41.5 up. Get over and under. We're gonna up the score on that. Tennessee covered the 4.5 that they give. First 4 o'clock game. They done switched it up. This was a Sunday night game. Thank God they took it off. You got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. I think Kansas City just lost to Cincinnati. They probably pissed off about that. So I believe everybody got Kansas City to win the game. I think Patrick Mahomes beat Denver 9 straight games or whatever. I believe. I don't really remember. But if he have or not, I don't think Kansas City can go down to Denver and lose. Hell no. Coaching staff ain't good enough. Russell Wilson, suspect. He can't keep up. But the question is, can Kansas City good enough to go down there and give him 9.5 to beat them? I say yeah. The reason why, because I don't think Denver can keep up. Denver defense solid. Their defense damn solid. I'm talking about damn solid. I can't pop like the defense ain't solid. They gave up 10 points last week to the Baltimore Ravens, but they offense is score number 9. I can see Kansas City scoring more than 10 points. I don't see Denver scoring more than goddamn 10 points. So I say, yeah, they can cover them 9.5. They can beat them 20-10 or some shit like that. They can beat them 20-10. I don't believe they'll beat them 20-10. They can beat them. I believe they'll beat them worse than that. But I say they cover the 9.5. Over and under 43.5. I'm gonna say over, and I'm reason why I'm gonna say over because I think Kansas City gonna got that put up some points. Kansas City finna put up at least 30. I see Kansas City putting up at least 30. So I say over 43.5. Kansas City Chiefs cover the 9.5. Ain't number three, 4 o'clock game. So the next one is Carolina at Seattle Seahawks. I think Carolina playing solid ball. They ain't gave up, but Seattle playing for something for real. So I like Seattle to win the game. The over and under is, I'm sorry, my bad. Move too fast, slow it down, drive. Seattle got again, Carolina 3.5. In Seattle, they cover that. Geno Smith playing damn good ball. They cover that. Sam Darnold, I see Sam Darnold going out there nothing up. 12 man eat his ass alive on Seattle. So I say Seattle cover the 3.5. 43.5. Their defense pretty solid. Both teams got to score 20. Can't Darnold really do that. I'm gonna say under 43.5. Reason why I'm gonna say under 43.5. Because I don't think Carolina better come to the part enough. And I don't think Seattle can put up 30 points. 30 some points again now. Carolina defense solid enough. I don't think they give up 30 some points to Seattle. So I say under the 43.5, but they cover the 3.5. Seattle cover. Last 4 o'clock game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Dad. Y'all know Dad is. Tom Brady. Against Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft. I think year 4 last or whatever. I believe so. For the 49ers, for the San Francisco 49ers. Who I like in this game straight up, I like the 49ers to beat that them, man. Straight up and down, man. With Mr. Irrelevant, the third string quarterback for the 49ers. Brock, I don't even know his name. I don't even say his name wrong. I know they called him Mr. Irrelevant because he was the last pick in the draft. I like the 49ers to beat Tampa Bay. I don't think Tampa Bay can score enough points to beat the Tampa Bay, but to beat the San Francisco 49ers. The offensive line real shaky down there in Tampa Bay. They just caught that same goddamn team, just beat the New Orleans Saints. Scored 17 points on the last drive. I think 49ers defense gonna get that dad. Gonna eat that ass alive. That's on everything. Gonna eat that alive. So the question is, can the 49ers defense, is the 49ers defense good enough to give Dad and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 3.5? Yep. Hell yeah, they is in my eyes. I believe so. I'm picking them to do that. The reason why I'm picking them to do that because their offensive line shaking. Like I said, Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive line real shaky. The 49ers defense is eating everybody you want to see. Last time they seen a shaky offensive line with the Miami Dolphins. They ain't scored them 17 points. They one of the highest scoring teams in the league. But the offensive line was shaky that night. Boy, start playing. And they ate it. Tua can move a little bit. Dad can't. So when it boiled down to it, San Francisco will cover them 3.5. Eat Dad alive. I'm talking about for real. Dad got there, don't average number about 17 points a game. Again, the 49ers, he might get 10 to 14. I'd be surprised if the 49ers, if Tampa Bay score over 17 points. I'm gonna be shocked with the 17, but I can deal with it because they used to score 17 a game. They don't score that many points. But I'd be shocked if Tampa Bay score over 17 points. So I say Dad's cover the 3. Dad, them, y'all gonna need more than 3.5 to beat them folks. I don't think you can put up enough points. But on the other side of the ball with the 49ers, with the backup quarterback, I believe Tampa Bay defense will play good enough to keep this a low-scoring game. So I say under 37.5, a low-scoring game. I say this will be a low-scoring game. Like, what I mean by that is a low-scoring game is this game be close. Like, shit, 10 to 17, some shit like that. 10 to 19, some shit like that. Maybe 10 to 16. Same way goddamn Dad done just did get New Orleans. But this defense gonna get that Dad. I know how everybody saying, don't Tampa Bay keep it close. If they keep it close under the 2 minutes against the 49ers, they got them. They say Tampa Bay can do, Dad can do his thing. He can come back. If Bosa and nobody out there don't get hurt while they playing, we can't do nothing about somebody get hurt while they playing. If nobody out there don't get hurt while they playing, Dad ain't coming back on them folks. He won't come back on them. I see San Francisco offense good enough with the weapons that Mr. Irrelevant have around it. The man that they got all the foot around McCaffrey, Kildos, Debo, shit like that. I see the 49ers come out there running the ball, controlling the ball, not putting the quarterback in bad predicament where he gotta beat you. He got a swagger on him. The quarterback that the 49ers do got, he got a little swagger on him. So he pop a little. He think he's supposed to be there. I ain't gonna say I ain't saying he was supposed to be there, but he act like he's supposed to be there. I like that in him. With that defense he got behind him, I can see them. They put up some rough points. At least 20. I see him put up at least 20, 17 to 20 points. I can't see Dad them putting up no more than 17. No more than 17 points. To the most. And he maxing it out there to the most. He maxing it all the way to the max. So I say under 35, 37 and a half, the 49ers cover the 3.5. Sunday night game, man, in the building. The Miami Dolphins going against the LA Chargers. This is a big game for the Chargers. This on everything. They try to stay in the playoff hunt. With what's going on in early, like the Jets played earlier that day, I know the Chargers gonna be paying attention to that. If the Jets lose that game, the Chargers gonna be like, damn, this is a game that we must win. If the Jets win that game, the Chargers still gonna feel like this is a game that they must win. Because they right behind the Jets. Miami just come off a crucial loss against the 49ers. Their front four got at the Miami Dolphins' ass. In LA, 4 o'clock, Sunday night game, I gotta take the Miami Dolphins. The reason why I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins, because if the Chargers had Bosa and Matt, I think they could beat Miami. Because like I said, the Miami Dolphins just lost to the 49ers because their offensive line a little shaky, got a couple folk injured. I think one of them coming back, Armstrong coming back, whatever. But the Chargers need both. They need Bosa and Matt to get it to them. They can't just have Matt. They just have Matt. Nobody else to get at it. And I think the speed of the Chargers, the injuries were like with James Jackson, I think. Or Jackson, the guy James, the cornerback, Jackson. The speed with the Miami Dolphins got and the pass rush that the Chargers don't have will hurt them. So I like Miami straight up to win the game. Miami getting away 3 points to the LA Chargers. I said Miami cover them 3 points. Reason why I said Miami cover the 3 points, I believe it's gonna be an uphill climb the whole game for the Chargers. Like I say, I won't be surprised that game be 30-27. Or 31-27, some shit like that. I won't be surprised the game end up like that. I won't be surprised the game end up like that. But the Chargers be uphill climb the whole game, trying to catch the Dolphins. Down by 11, boom, score. You're down by 4, you can't get past that 4. Down by 10, you score, boom. Up by goddamn 3 point. You're down by 3, you can't get over the 3. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be always uphill climb, trying to catch the Dolphins. So I say they cover the 3. They cover the 3 that they get in the Chargers. 52.5 is the over and under. I don't see the Chargers stopping them. So I say up the scope. I don't see the Chargers stopping them enough. They're gonna get to the point the Chargers gonna start moving that bit too. But I say a big old shootout up the scope, 52.5 up the scope. The Dolphins cover 3. I like Dolphins winning the game. Last but not least, a big game for the AFC Eastern playoff picture. That's on everything. The New England Patriots at the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona ain't going nowhere. Everybody know that. New England still trying to shake a pea. They still alive. Monday night game. I like the Arizona Cardinals. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. No hell I don't. I like the New England Patriots to win this game. It's a big game for them. They win bad, to be truthful. I think Bill Belichick, they know that. I think Bill Belichick come in with a game plan to shut down Kyler Murray, to put him in a box. And Kyler Murray won't be able to cut the mustard. Kingsbury, the coach of Arizona, I think he'll get out-coached by Bill Belichick. Even though Bill Belichick, they ain't got that much going on. I think they can beat them just with coaching. So with coaching, and you ain't really got nothing going on down in Arizona when they go down to. They really matched up the same. I put the favorite in Arizona point when it comes to quarterback, but I think New England defense is better than Arizona defense. Matt Jones making enough plays on Arizona defense to win that game. So I take New England straight up. Can New England cover that 1.5 against Arizona? I'm gonna say yes, they can. The reason why I say they can cover that 1.5, I think New England will make Arizona or make Kyler Murray make some mistakes, crucial mistakes that'll kill them. I think they'll take DeAndre Hopkins out the game. Gonna try to anyway. Try to take DeAndre Hopkins out the game. You know I'd be a better shit do it. Make you got to go to somebody else. I think Kyler Murray will make that mistake that the Patriots need to get them over the hump to beat them. So need by 3 points or 4 points, whatever. I don't think they blowing Arizona out. That's why they getting 1.5, but they'll beat them by 3 or better. Over and under 44.5. I'm gonna goddamn say up the score. I'm gonna say up the score on the 44.5. I say both of these teams just go 20 points. So I can look at a 24-20 or 24-20 or 21-23. You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray last minute drive. I'm saying somebody get a sack on them or get that interception, crucial interception, pull it out. So I say up the score on the 44.5. The New England Patriots cover that 1.5. They getting away. Hey man, we got 3 more things to jump onto, and I'll be out your hair. Nah, for real. And first off, my game of the week. Y'all know what the game of the week mean, man. What I think gonna be the most exciting game of the week. And truthfully, man, my game of the week is the Jets at Buffalo. That's my game of the week. The reason why I say the Jets at Buffalo my game of the week because this is a big game for the Jets. I know it's some more games, big games for everybody else, some other teams too. But I really believe that the Jets can't pull it, don't win this game right here. They play our pitchers real slim. It'll be real slim. I think they the team I believe gonna lose their playoff spot. They number 7. I believe they gonna lose their spot. And this gonna start it off right here. This gonna start it off. Minnesota really started off last week, but they gonna keep it going right here. So my game of the week is the Jets at Buffalo. I truly believe that'll be an interesting game. Next up the bat. Hey man, know that game. You know what know that mean, man. Know that this game that I picked, these folk gonna win this game. Ain't they gonna cover goddamn what they be talking about? So they gonna cover the point spread, whatever we gave to them. You can know that the Kansas City Chiefs is gonna go up to Denver and get a win. And they gonna cover them 9.5 that they give the Denver Broncos. The Kansas City Chiefs gonna do that. Know that if you don't know nothing else. No, for real. Last but not least, y'all know what it is, man. Excuse me game, man. If you don't know what excuse me game means, excuse me game is somebody lose the game straight up and you gave them points too. And they say, appreciate you, excuse me for that. We call that excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from. And the game that I say for that is the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baltimore is not favored to win the game. I say Baltimore go to Pittsburgh and hit them with the skew. And the Pittsburgh Steelers getting them 2.5. Excuse me, appreciate you. So I'm saying for them 2.5. So I say Baltimore Ravens beat Pittsburgh and thank you for the 2. Beat them straight up and thank you for the 2.5. Hey man, them all the games through week 14, man. Week 14, all the games, just called out all the picks. Them all the straight up picks on the screen right now if you're viewing it through YouTube. Them week 14 picks straight up on the screen. I appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy More Drive. Fuck with folks who fuck with me. I represent Know That Sport to the fullest. Know That Sport podcast, sponsored by Highlight Commodity. Same bat time, same bat channel, man. See y'all folk week 15. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.